Hey guys, so in this video I want to talk about the next undergraduate major, accounting. And accounting is a major that I have a very mixed bag history with. I think if you watched my previous video on going from an architecture major into finally becoming a marketing major, accounting was actually a very big step for me because I found that I actually fell in love with accounting after taking a class. I didn't like it before the major, but then I actually took a class, liked it, decided to change my major over to it, but then got a job to become an accounting type position and kind of fell out of love with the idea of becoming an accountant from there because I figured I don't think that spreadsheets or working in a cubicle is for me based on that job. Now, I should say this, that was a very short-sighted view, I believe, of my 18-year-old self because I think I took one job opportunity and then labeled the entire branch of accounting by that. And I do look back and say I maybe shouldn't have done that. So the accounting major itself is by far, in my opinion, the most trade school like, most hands on major that you can take in most business colleges. So what I mean by that is, whereas all the other business majors are highly theoretical, so you're going to go in there and you're going to learn a lot about theory and words and verbiage and things you can't necessarily quickly translate into a job field. Accounting is actually a major that you will be able to gain skills from pretty much after taking the first few classes that you can actually use for yourself. I mean, just doing a personal budget, for example. And it is one of the fields that almost everyone agrees if you have an accounting major, you're going to be able to find a job very easily. Right now, the accounting trade is just booming. Companies are looking to hire accountants left and right. I believe the average I've seen for starting out an accountant with no experience at all is somewhere around 40,000, but it can quickly go up to 50, 60,000 once you start to get some experience. And once you get a master's degree and maybe even get your CPA license, you can quickly make six figures in many public companies. Now, I will say with that, accounting is a very heavy subject in terms of work. It requires a lot of workload, and during tax season, a lot of accountants have very little life. You know, you're working like crazy hours because of the incredible workload that most accountants have to do. In audit, for example, in very large public accounting companies, it can be a grind field, and I've heard it's also led to a lot of burnout for a lot of accountants. But if you are willing to work, the accounting major and the accounting field can be a fabulous way to go. And once again, it's one of those majors that, regardless of what you want to do afterward, you will be able to use your degree in some way, just with handling your own finances, for example. I mean, in my opinion, it's one of those majors where you can't go wrong with it, but you do also need to recognize your personality type. If you aren't someone who is analytical, who likes numbers, who likes to think in terms of debits and credits, and likes to think about how to organize your finances, it probably would make you a little bit miserable to study accounting. And you shouldn't just go into school for a major just because you know that the degree will be useful. You do want to enjoy somewhat learning the things that you will be learning because, especially with accounting, the things you're going to be learning are very, very relevant as to what you're going to be doing. Like I said, it is a major that translates very well into the world of work. The only thing I'd say that they don't teach you in college is specific accounting tools like QuickBooks versus Xero versus SAP. There's specific tools that industry accountants use that they might not teach you in school. They probably will focus on Microsoft Excel, which is still very huge. And I would also say that now, as my position as an analyst, if you are interested in the field of data analytics, so maybe you go to a college that does not offer data analytics degrees, accounting can be kind of like a cousin of that. So that's just my personal view of accounting. I personally feel Like, if I could go back, maybe an accounting degree would have been the wiser choice for me. I mean, God played my life out the way it did, but now I'm actually an analyst, which is very close to accounting in our company. But yeah, so if you like this video, comment, tell me what you think, like it below, subscribe for more videos. I'm looking forward to talking more about these different business majors and how they can hopefully make your life better and help you make a good decision as to what you should study. All right, guys, see you in the next one.